Hi, I'm Lynette and welcome to my channel. Today I thought I'd pop in and do a quick video, what I hope will be a quick video on my favorite foundations for my oily skin. I have a combination, well, they're all high-end and one affordably priced one. My apologies for that, but these are the foundations that over the years I have tried and I have grown to love. I found that they work for me, and so I've continued to repurchase them time and time again and continue to use them year after year. There's a couple in here that I've been using the longest for many years, and then there are a few that are more recent purchases. But aside from one, I think I have repurchased at least once all of these foundations. So let's start off with the one that I have been using for the longest. I've used it for years, and it is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. You don't hear a lot about this foundation on YouTube, but I don't know why. I feel like it's really slept on. This is a really nice foundation. All of the foundations I'm going to talk about today, I'm a full coverage girl, okay? I have a lot of issues that I like to cover up, so I need and want full coverage. So all of these foundations can be built up to full coverage. I wear 2 layers, and I feel like 2 layers is enough for me to get the coverage that I want and feel that I need. And they're all long wearing. I wear my makeup Monday through Friday, and I wear them for long days, anywhere from 10 hours approximately 9 to 10 hours a day. So I found that all of these foundations last me for that length of time, and I've even worn some of them longer than that and was okay with them. So back to Lancome. This foundation is going to run you $47. You're going to get 1 fluid ounce, and you can purchase it at Sephora and your other what are these stores called? The department stores. Department, you can get it from your department stores as well. And it's a nice foundation. I wear it in the shade 460 Suede W. This foundation does come in 43 shades, and it does contain SPF 15. The next foundation I have been wearing for years also, and it is the most affordably priced one I'm going to talk to you about today, and it's from Maybelline, and it is the Matte and Poreless foundation, and I wear it in the shade, this is my summer shade, which is in the shade 338 Spicy Brown. I think my shade in the winter is 355 Coconut or something. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's listed in the description box below. The winter shade is not the greatest match for me, but this shade here, and they expanded their shade range because they now have 40 shades, and this Spicy Brown was one of the newer additions, and I found that this really worked for me over the summer, and I wore it for much of the summer. This foundation is going to run you about $8. You can find it in all your local drugstores and at Ulta. And you are going to get 1 fluid ounce for this one as well. I do have my notes, that's why I'm looking down. This is more of a runny type consistency as opposed to the Lancome. But again, 2 layers, and I can build it up to a nice full coverage. Next up, we have Fenty Beauty. This is the Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation. You're going to get 1.08 ounces for $35, which I don't think is a bad price actually. And you're getting a little more than a fluid ounce. And I don't know if you can tell, but I have like this much left. I wear it in the shade 410. I'm still not convinced that that's my shade. I'm still not convinced that Fenty Beauty has a shade for me, but I really like this foundation. It too is a runnier consistency. It's the thinnest foundation that I'm going to talk about today, but I find that again, 2 layers, and I'm able to get really good coverage with this. It is extremely lightweight. I feel like it's the only one of these foundations that I wear, and I absolutely don't feel like I'm wearing anything on my face. I feel like the transfer is not too bad either. And this is just, I love the packaging, the frosted glass bottle. You're getting a glass bottle with Lancome also, and with Maybelline. All of these well, not all of them. These foundations, the Lancome and the Fenty, do have pumps. The Maybelline does not. You have to pour it out, which is the only con about this foundation. I hate pouring it out because I always pour out too much and I end up wasting product. But you don't have that problem here with the Fenty because it has a nice pump on it. And I really like this foundation. I just wish I could find a better match in terms of this shade. This one, I think all of them you're supposed to shake up, but this one you definitely have to shake up because it is so thin and runny, so that the pigments will all get in there and mix like they need to. Okay, next up is one of my newer purchases, and I do have a review video on this Fenty foundation if you're interested. Next up, I've also reviewed this foundation as well, and it's one of my newer purchases, and it is from Bobbi Brown. It's the Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation. It too contains SPF 15. It's in a frosted glass bottle, and it also has a pump. And this one you are getting 1 fluid ounce for $47, and I wear it in the shade Warm Almond, number 6.5. Like this foundation, same as the others, wears really well, wears for a long time. 2 layers, I can build it up to full coverage. The transfer, I find this of all of them to probably be the best in terms of transfer resistant. They all transfer. I mean, it's kind of hard to really gauge transfer because I do wear powder. I set my face with powder with all of these foundations. I'm very oily and I need to do that. So, you know, I'm sure some of it is the powder, but I do find that this one of all of these is the most transfer resistant. They all do have transfer. However, my only con with this foundation is it has fragrance and it's fairly strong. While you're applying it, I definitely smell it. And it's not a terrible smell. It's just, I don't know, it smells kind of cologne-y, but it is strong. And once you put it on and you've applied it, after a few seconds, you don't smell the fragrance anymore, but it is strong upon initial application. And that's the one thing that is a con for me about this foundation. I really don't like. This foundation is more of a thicker consistency, but again, I don't feel like my face is weighed down in foundation when I wear it. You are going to get matte. You're going to look matte with this foundation. As I said, these are all matte foundations. The Fenty Beauty, not so matte. I think of all of the ones I'm going to show you, this has more of a natural finish to it because it is a soft matte, but it's still a matte finish. The Bobbi Brown comes in 42 shades. And last but not least is my most recent purchase, although I have been wearing this now, I want to say for 2 years, because I have repurchased it twice in my winter shade and in my summer shade. And you've heard about this foundation on my channel before. It is the Cover FX Power Play foundation. My winter shade is 380G. Okay, my winter shade is G80 and my summer shade is G100. I am wearing a mixture of the 2 of these on my face today, and this is the only one that comes in a plastic bottle, not a glass bottle, and it also is a squeeze bottle. it's not a pump, so you have you squeeze it out. Of all of the foundations, this is my least favorite packaging. I don't like the square shape. I mean, it's aesthetically pleasing, but in terms of practicality, the square shape is going to prevent you from getting all of your foundation out, even though it is a squeeze bottle. And as you can see, this was my second purchase of this. I wore this all summer long, and I'm just about done with it. And I'm just about done with this one as well. I'm actually going to have to repurchase this again, perhaps during the Sephora sale. This foundation, you are going to get 1.18 fluid ounces for $44, which I think is reasonable. And I think they give you a little bit more because I just don't think you're going to get all of the foundation. You're not going to get all of the foundation out of here. Also, this squeeze bottle is not exactly the easiest. Again, because of the shape, it's not exactly the easiest to squeeze foundation out of. So it's my least favorite packaging, but definitely not my least favorite foundation. I wear this like every day. I do rotate my foundations. I also like to mix my foundations. So I'll mix my Fenty along with my Fit Me. Like there's no need for me to do that. I just for some reason like to do it. But yeah, and so I've been wearing this for a minute now. And I love them all. I would recommend every single one of these foundations. If you have oily skin, if you are in need of full coverage, I don't think you can go wrong with any of these foundations. So let me know in the comments below, what are your go-to foundations for your type of skin? If you liked this video or found it helpful in any way, then please give it a like and consider subscribing, because I do makeup reviews, hauls, swatches, and tutorials here on my channel every week. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, bye-bye.